It's the NFL draft season, and Coach Mike Vrabel of the New England Patriots has chosen to sit out a day or some part of, and by the time this video is live, we'll be through the draft. But the scandal attached to his name because of some photos of him with a reporter, Diana Rossini, I believe is her name. They have surfaced, and it looks like it's been years of fidelity. She is married, he is married. The big question that I'm trying to put out here is, can Mike Vrabel survive? Can he survive? Will he survive? Will his career survive? Will his marriage survive? Will his children survive? And in this video, I want to talk about 5 things that Mike Vrabel must do so that he will survive. He'll have a job. We're talking about Mike Vrabel of the New England Patriots. He will have a job. Pew Research report that says that in America, 90% of people believe that infidelity is the worst thing you can do. They can tolerate a lot of things in America, the report says, but infidelity is not one of them. Clearly, the Pew researchers have not polled professional sports, where I spend a good bit of my time working with some amazing people, delightful people. But the word that I spouses is that this is rampant. It is rampant in the profession. And I know, because having served for 14 years in the world of professional football, I know that it's a problem. I know that it's a challenge. And I'm not here to judge anyone for cheating, but I am here a bit of light to what actually happens when this brutal experience of being cheated on year after year after year, in many cases, when it continues. So the question is, will Mike Vrabel survive? And I think, yeah, he'll go on. He'll continue to be a football coach, and a lot of people will overlook all of this because we don't talk much about, how vile it is to God and to people who are trusting you and counting on you, the example that it sets. So I want to lay out 5 things that Mike Vrabel should do. Here's the first thing I think he should do is he should show some real contrition, It looks like, it's football as usual from the comments in the media. Looks like at first he dismissed it. But he should show some real contrition, because real contrition is the only way to change from some bad stuff, some vile stuff like cheating on your wife and your children finding out. And the real question is, can she survive? Can they survive? But he should show some real contrition, like David said in the Bible when he committed adultery and had a man murdered. When he finally broke out because Nathan, the preacher, the prophet, came to him and confronted him, he said, Lord, I was wrong. He said, give me a contrite heart so that I won't do this dark and dirty thing that I have done to bring down your name and to impact people who trust me and who follow me as a leader. And what I want to suggest that anybody who commits adultery, because, man, I'm not here to throw stones. I mean, but for the grace of God, there go I. But like, show some real contrition. Like, stop playing and acting like, oh, this is no big deal. I'll get over it. I'm just going to get some counseling, right? It's all the window washing. It's all the window dressing that can happen without any real contrition. Like, when you are contrite, your heart is broken for the destruction, broken for the trail of pain that's left, broken that now you have said to an entire football team, an entire city, an entire nation that ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, show some contrition because you are a leader. Show some contrition because you have a stewardship responsibility so that people can see what's good and right and how it goes when you fall badly, when you mess up badly. Nobody expects anybody, including Mike Vrabel, to be perfect, but let's show some real contrition with couples, and infidelity is a big thing in their relationships. One of the first things I'm looking for is whether the person who has cheated is contrite. Like, have they owned the damage? Have they owned the pain? Can the one who was faithful and was wounded by the infidelity, can that person complain about their pain, and can they ask questions, and can they if you're contrite, you'll be open to that. But if you're not contrite, you just want to move on, get a few counseling sessions, get a few coaching sessions, and be done. Hey, can't we just move on? I thought you forgave me. That's not contrition. Contrition says, I was wrong. I broke everything that was connected to me, and I got to make this right. So some real contrition. He needs to stay at home with his family. Like, when you destroy your family, don't run off to the sideline. I'm glad he stayed out of the draft meetings, because like, your family is hurting, and to just push all of them aside so that you can get back to football as usual. Like, you cannot fix the damage. You can't repair the damage at the pace and the cadence that a head football coaching job demands of you. Like, part of what creates these vacuums for infidelity to happen in is that you're not building connection at home anyway. Because I mean, all my clients can tell you, like, it's hard if you're a player, if you're a coach, if you're in the front office, you got to work overtime to make connections with your family, your wife, and your children, because they need you for relationship. So now that this damage is done, what I would recommend if I were working with Mike, I would say, man, listen, go home. The money will take care of itself, but you only get one lifetime with your wife and your children. Go home. Stay home. Man, the season will be fine without you. They're going to play football. The show must go on, but you should stay home. That's what I would say. I think Mike should go home. I think he should go home and work on building relationship and repairing the damage with his family. Money is not going to fix it. Say that too fast. Money is not going to fix it. You got to do some real work that requires some humility, some honesty, some integrity, empathy, and you cannot express empathy from a distance. Empathy can only be really expressed and felt and received in proximity to the people that you've hurt. So, Mike, if I'm coaching you, I tell you to stay home. Yeah, anybody. I said, like, as much as you can be home, like, in fact, make room to simply be home, because the pain of it doesn't need you absent so that you can coach a football team. It needs you home so that you can help your wife and your children heal. If he stays home, it will show his wife and his children how serious he is and how contrite he really is. So I would suggest stay at home with your family. Set a serious example. People want to act like if they have a position that they don't have a responsibility to model what that position means. Like, let's not play here. You don't rise because you're that good. You rise because of open doors, because God was kind, because God somehow let it happen. You don't even have to believe God to know that God somehow opened doors for you. And because of that, you have a responsibility, a stewardship obligation to make sure that when people look to you as a leader, that they have someone worth following. Otherwise, what will happen is people are gonna just go with the pattern. Like, hey, ain't no big deal. This is how we all get down. What would it be like if Mike said to his team, man, listen, I nearly destroyed my family. If you are cheating on your wife or on your significant other, stop it. Don't do what I did. Let's get you the support, the help that you need so that you can build a whole life, a whole relationship. Because listen, you cannot build for generations, children who are going to be healthy, a marriage that's going to be healthy, a home that's going to be healthy, if you feel permitted to just cheat on your spouse. I had a dude got mad at me. This guy hired me to be his coach. He got mad at me because I said, oh yeah, you're a serial adulterer. Yeah, and you have about destroyed your wife. and you don't want to own it. You don't want to take ownership for it. So every time it comes up, you turn the table on her like she was the problem. But she's not the problem. You're the problem. And what you got to decide if you want to be man enough to own it. Dude got so mad with me. I wish I could tell you the things that he said. But I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not, first of all, it is what it is. I'm not that kind of coach where I'm intimidated to say I'm not worried about the money. I'm not here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what it is, and you can receive it or not, you can implement it or not. But the players need someone who will set the example and who will tell them what's right and who will show them what's right. Where is the fortitude, the courage? Like, let's not act like the heroes are the ones playing the game. The heroes are the ones who do the right thing. Like that, it's not heroic to get back on the sideline and say, "Oh, we're getting through this." It's heroic when you say to your players, like, "Don't do what I did, and let's help you not do it, because it's going to destroy you and them." I'm just saying. I think he should seek God. I don't know where he is in his faith. I don't know on his faith journey. I don't know. I'm not judging the man. I can't judge the man. That's not my right or my job. But I'm just saying, if you're really contrite, like, you need somebody bigger than you who can help you get right. Here's what I love about God. He's a God who forgives. He's a God who gives second chances. He's a God who can turn your life around. I know it from my own story. I've seen him do it in the lives of players and coaches for years. I know he can turn your life around, but you got to seek him first. Like, when you seek God, it is the biggest demonstration of humility in our lives. Because what we're saying is, I'm not big enough to handle what I'm going through. I need a God who's bigger than me. So if I was Mike Vrabel, I would turn and seek God. Or if I was talking to Mike, I would say, hey, man, let's talk about your relationship with God. Are you ready to have him be the one who's coaching you, who's guiding you, who's calling the plays in your life? Are you ready to have someone that you, and here's my last point, submit to? My last point is simply to submit to some rigorous counseling or coaching, right? When you have cheated on your spouse, it is the quintessential display of selfishness. And I'm not saying just bad people do it. That's not even the point. No, I know some great people who have been unfaithful to their spouses, and they got some stuff going on inside of their lives that they got to get straight, and they're oftentimes willing to work on it. But a part of healing, a part of recovering, is you got to submit to a process. You got to submit to some coaching, somebody who can tell you when your stuff is stinky, somebody who can say to you, if I were you, I wouldn't do that. And you say, you know what, thank you for that counsel. I'm not going to do that. Or what you really need to do is this, and you're so submitted that you're willing to do just that. Here's what I know about so many people who commit adultery, infidelity, who cheat, who have affairs, is they ain't submitted to nobody. Like, nobody checks them. Nobody tells them when they're wrong. No one. And if you do, they flip it. It's so amazing. They flip it and make you the problem. And this is when I know people are not coachable in my work. So once in a while, I have to fire a client and say, you are not coachable, because nobody can tell you anything. And if I'm the problem in this coaching relationship, we can't work together. And there are no refunds. And I charge a lot of money. Did I say no refunds? There are no refunds. If I can't coach you, if you're not coachable, if you're not going to submit to some counsel, some guidance, not because I'm all that, that's not even the point, but because I work hard to help people win, giving them guidance, giving them the wisdom of great science and the Word of God. Like, this is how you recover from the failure. But if there's no submission, there's no winning. It's only going to be more difficult. And my prayer for Mike Vrabel is that he would be the kind of man who will step up to the plate, show some real contrition, stay at home with his family, set a serious example, Like, really be willing to pay the price. Set the example. Don't play with this. Don't give other men permission to do what's already out in the atmosphere, destroying families, destroying generations. Seek God earnestly and submit to some rigorous counseling or coaching. I don't know where you are, but if you are fighting this battle, if you're looking to recover from having committed an adultery, an affair, infidelity, they're all the same thing, and you need some support, go to my website, rodharrison.com, apply for one of my coaching programs, and let's see if working together to help you recover is a good fit for you. But I know that you can recover, and I know that Mike can recover. My prayer is that he will recover, that his wife will recover, that his children will recover. But you cannot recover, and they can't recover without some real, hard, consistent, intentional work. All right, I'll see you in the next video.